When Oliver and Ciara randomly meet at a supermarket, they fall for each other fast and dangerously hard. Fast forward 56 days later, homicide investigators arrive at Oliver's apartment to find an unidentified body, brutally murdered and intentionally decomposed in a bathtub. Did he kill her or did she kill him? Closely based on the novel by Catherine Ryan Howard, but swapping out pandemic era Dublin for present day Boston. Dove Cameron and Avan Jogia star in 56 Days as Ciara and Oliver, with Carla Souza and Dorian Missick playing the homicide detectives Lee and Carl. This is going to be a spoiler-free review of 56 Days, but be sure to return to this channel after the show premieres on February 18th and you've watched it because I want to specifically talk about the ending and there will be spoilers in that video. So one thing that initially drew me to 56 Days was the format of the show. I'm always going to be locked in for a murder mystery, especially one that explores two timelines. 56 Days tracks when the decomposed body was found and follows the detectives as they investigate during the day and intertwines with the day Oliver and Ciara have their first encounter and how their relationship blooms over the course of a few months. You begin to root for this couple who have an immediate attraction. Their flirting is there, and they are both pretty people to look at. So, of course, you want them to hook up. But as the show digs deeper into their relationship, we discover things about them that I won't go into detail because it will spoil much of the plot of this show. 56 Days is a difficult show to discuss without spoiling because all the fun is in the specific details. I will say I really enjoyed episode 7 and that it brought a lot of the story into perspective and was the episode that really left me gagged. The acting was superb, and by the end, I had a good idea of where the story was heading in regards to who was the body in the bathtub. 56 Days did a great job keeping me interested while watching because every time I thought I knew something about these characters and this story, something would happen to shake it up. And that's another appeal of the show. Unless you read the book, which I did not, you have no idea where the story will go. I did, however, read some book spoilers because I was curious about the ending and if there were changes there, but that was after I finished watching the show. My main gripe about 56 Days was the amount of episodes. I know people complain about show seasons being too short these days, but I think a tight 6 episodes could have really worked for a show like this because it's not a complicated plot to follow, and a lot of the reveals happen early on in the story. So much of the scenes became filler that could have been omitted, and it wouldn't have hurt the story at all. Carla Souza and Dorian Missick as the detectives, I feel like were just there. Nothing about their performances was a standout, and any of their personal backstory that didn't involve the case wasn't interesting to me. With Dove Cameron and Avan Jogia, I think they really shined when they had more of the emotional scenes to do either with each other or with any of the other supporting actors. And I do want to mention and point out Megan Peter Hill, who had an important connection to Dove's character because she had me rolling anytime she was on screen. I don't know if that was the show's intention to make her funny, but I enjoyed her performance and how she was always on go. After you watch the show, you'll see what I mean. Overall, I think 56 Days was a good watch. You'll be pulled in to find out what body is in the bathtub and what led to that fateful day as you enjoy all the twists and turns this show has to offer. All 8 episodes of 56 Days are available to stream on February 18th only on Prime Video. And be sure to come back to this channel tomorrow for my video talking about 56 Days spoilers.